Bianco from Trainworld TV, and welcome to the Big E Train Show, one of the largest train shows out there. And we're going to give you an insider scoop of what it's like to be at the train show. We have all different scales: N scale, HO scale, O130, O scale, G scale. They have it all here. So we're going to give you an inside scoop to what it's like to be at the Big E.
Hey everybody, Alex from Moutain, USA here. We're here today at the Amherst train show here in West Springfield, Massachusetts. Today I'm here with Ken here with Trainworld, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some of the new and exciting products I thought was going to be coming out within the coming months, and some of the new stuff that came in December and this coming January. So the first thing I'd like to tell you is that this was announced a couple weeks ago, but we are going to be doing the Spirit of the Union Pacific, the Spirit of the Union Pacific 1943 locomotive in N scale. This is expected to be delivered in mid-2018. We don't know a whole lot of detail as of yet, but as more information comes out, everybody will start to know. So again, this will be out mid-2018. We're very excited to do this. This is by popular demand, so we're really looking forward to it. So next, I'd like to go over some of the locomotives that are in stock now and some of the new stuff that's going to be coming in. So available now, we have our Western Pacific F3 units. We have them in two road numbers for the A units and also a B unit. These are available now, and these are going to go well with all the California Zephyr sets. Also coming in this January, we have Denver Rio Grande PAs. We have two road numbers for the A units and also a B unit that'll be available. And these are also going to go with the California Zephyr sets. And these will be available and shipping out the end of this January. For Amtrak, we have our F40PH. This is going to be available in March. This is going to be a pre-Dish Light version, so it's going to be an early 1980s version of it. As you can see, it's going to be in Phase 3. There's going to be 3 road numbers that are going to come with it. And this is going to be perfect for all the Superliners and Phase 3 rolling stock that all our Cardo fans have available. Keeping with the Amtrak theme here, what just came in stock now, we have the Phase 3 Superliners along with the Phase 3 Auto Racks. These are going to be perfect if you want to model the auto train as it looked in the 1980s. And also running here we have the Phase 5 Amtrak Auto Racks along with the Phase 4B Superliner set. Again, if you want to model a more modern version of the auto train, this would be perfect to complement your layout. And we have our new P42s with two new road numbers that'll be available this January as well, pulling it.
Hey, Ken Silvestri here at the great show up here in Amherst, the Amherst Train Show. And I got some new things to show you that we're really excited about. I think you're really going to like. The first is the hybrid Greenbrier. It's a beautiful locomotive. It's got the full sound, all the Broadway stuff. But if we have it in the Greenbrier and also in the C&O version. We also have the 412-2 hybrid we're coming out again. You'll see it here. N scale, we have a lot of N scale. First time shown, SD40-2. First time shown, we have F3s, F7s. Full sound, the whole Broadway. On this one, this is what the N-scale guys have been waiting for and dying for, and it's the Pennsy T1 Duplex. And this should be out around April. Take a look. It's a beautiful locomotive. The N-scalers love it. You're gonna love it. Just love it. And then we have, okay, this is also pretty new. This is the Challenger, the UP Challenger. We have a new Moutain, UP Moutain. A lot of new product. See Kenny at Trainworld.
Hey guys, I'm George from Soundtrax, and you're listening to Trainworld TV. I want to talk to you about Tsunami 2. We've got a lot of cool features built into it to try to help make your decoders operate your models as realistic as the real locomotives. We've got a lot of cool features in there, including sound selection. You can adjust the brakes and actually use the independent or the automatic or even dynamic brakes in our diesel decoders. Our steam decoders, you can select all the different sounds, such as heavy exhaust chuffs, light exhaust chuffs. You can select the type of whistles, bells, all those kind of things to really help customize the decoder to match your model. One of the things we were talking about not too long ago with our steam decoder is with all the different sounds, including 63 whistles, 53 different bells that you can choose from, 10 exhaust chuffs, 8 steam dynamos, and 10 air compressors and more that you can customize. There's over 769 million different sound combinations you can have in our steam decoders that you can get at Trainworld. With that, we've also got a lot of other operational features built in, as we've talked about, and you've got a full sound studio that you can adjust sound tones to match certain speaker types and things like that. So it really gives you a full customizing ability. Now these are available in steam, and then you'll select, as I mentioned, the steam. You've got multiple diesel selections, so you can do a EMD diesel, and you'll have all the EMD prime movers right there at your fingertips with a selection of a couple of CVs. We have different board formats that you can choose from to help make your installation easier, and if you have any questions, we're a phone call or an email away. Hey guys, George from Soundtrax and Blackstone Models here. We want to talk about some Blackstone announcements that we've got. First thing is we're doing a new run on our refrigerator cars. This is our second run. We're doing 6 new road numbers, and these are available on pre-order at Trainworld. These will be coming in the late spring, so probably expect somewhere around May or June. Hopefully, we're waiting for official confirmation. The other thing we actually have here at our show, and we're really excited to show this off, is we've got some 3D printed samples of our K28 and our K36 locomotives. Now these are very rough samples of our engineering drawings. We haven't made all the final adjustments yet, which is part of why we haven't been able to go to tooling with our product yet. We are working on it, but we do want to make sure that we can show you that we do have some progress on here. We're doing some evaluation, and we hope to get these out to tooling here before too much longer. These also are available on pre-order at trainworldalso.com. So if you have any questions, please contact us at Blackstone Models. We'll be happy to help answer any questions we can, and thanks for looking.
Hi, this is Keith from Walthers, here to talk about some of our products. First one we have here is our new layout control system. It's a much anticipated product. It features a whole new product for Walthers in the layout, in the switch machines. Switch machines are servo based, and it's all plug and play. We have one here set up to do a crossover. We also have one set up to do a single switch. And the nice thing is each of these switch machines is actually a decoder in itself, so there's no need for an add-on decoder. It can go either DC or DCC right away. Next we have the much anticipated HO scale GEVOs. They've just recently arrived and are shipping right now to your hobby shops or to yourself. This is part of our main line. They are offered in either sound or DCC, a sound DCC or DC, and we have another run coming, but these are very well detailed, and they were much anticipated, so they're a very good looking locomotive. Okay, next we have our Walthers Cornerstone buildings. Some of the buildings we have here are the Cottage Grove Farmhouse and the 2-story or the 2-car garage. We have our modern shopping center, and we also have just released our modern gas station. And the gas station is also can be part of a larger modern travel center, which includes another fueling station and a car wash. And we've also brought some of our N-scale Cornerstone buildings. We have the exclusive N-scale 2-bay engine shop. We have the vintage Dairy Queen and the Dairy Queen Grill and Chill.
Hello everyone, my name's Dan with Train Control Systems. We're here at Amherst 2018. We have with us here the NMRA sponsored LCC layout, and on this layout we have our prototype command station and our prototype throttle. We're running here this F unit. We have a couple new WOW kits that we brought to the show with us as well. They're right over there. The new steam kits for the Bauchmann K4 steam and the Bauchmann Baldwin 10-wheel. If you want to head over here, we can take a look at that. So this is our kit for the K4 from Bauchmann. It features a brand new motherboard which was designed specifically for the tender used in the new K4. And here we have the Baldwin 10-wheeler, which also features a new motherboard from TCS. The central cutout here is used for the speaker, which then shoots out of the bottom of the tender here. So here at the show, like a lot of our other shows we visit, we're doing installation clinics where our owner and founder, John Forsyth, takes your locomotive for $115 and installs WOW Sound.
I love to install WOW Sound decoders. TCS is the best.
Hi there, I'm Jack Lynch with Bauchmann Trains. We're here at the Amherst Railway Show, the 50th anniversary show. Great show, lots of people, and we're looking at what's new at the Bauchmann booth. I have it all here, all different scales. Let's start probably up top here with our GS4s and our 611J. They're new, they've just been released, re-released with DCC and Sound. The most popular piece we have at the show this year is the ACS 64 Sprinter. It's an Amtrak City Sprinter engine. Comes in 5 different paint schemes, as you see. Features DCC and Sound. It's a really full-featured decoder in this locomotive. Really nice stuff. These are expected probably around June. We've re-released, or I should say we've retooled our G40 and N scale. This guy right here. We've redone the body, nice fine scale detail. It features DCC and Sound, has Soundtrax sound value board in it. Really nice piece, 4 different road names on display here. New SD9 and N scale, really nice little piece. 5 different road names, all new tooling, features DCC and Sound. We're re-releasing our Dash 8 in N scale, and it'll also feature DCC and Sound for the first time. We have five road names available for on display here. Right underneath of that are some new figures from Bauchmann, our Scenescapes figure line. These are O-scale figures. We've released these figures in HO, coming in about a month in O-scale on the way. There's also a nice little resin ice cream stand that's out in O-scale now and available. Take a look up top here. These guys should be here anytime. That's our F59 in O-scale in the Williams line. 3 different Amtrak paint schemes. Underneath of that is our new Fred, which is the flashing rear end device for boxcars, freight cars. We sell it attached to the truck on this 50-foot boxcar, or you can buy it as a separate truck and attach it to your car. Brand new piece in ON30. It's kind of a little surprise we brought along with us that's coming in the new catalog, which is a 060 steam locomotive, DCC equipped. You can buy a sound module to fit in that. We have samples of our derrick car in ON30 and our 18-foot caboose. These have just been released. And I have a nice new ON30 passenger set, a white passenger set. Comes with 260 mogul, 2 coaches, and a combine car. And last but not least, underneath of that are our new bay window cabooses, which have been released and are available at your retailers now. And that's what we have new at the show.
How are you guys doing? Good. What's he doing?
Hello, I'm Gene Fusco with Intermountain Railway, and I'm going to talk a bit about some of our upcoming products. What we've got here on display at the Amherst Model Railroad Show is our very soon to be released N-scale Superdome car. These guys here have interior seat detailing in the upper deck. They'll have onboard lighting system, and they're a very long-awaited and eagerly anticipated car. We've got, I believe, 18 or maybe 20 paint schemes on these guys coming, so keep your eyes open for these when they arrive very shortly. Our GP16, this is production model test sample. We have these guys at our factory. They should be working on them now. We expect to see these in a few months. This is rebuilt Jeep 7s and 9s by the Usetta shops. And the Family Lines guys will be getting the first crack at these along with a bunch of short lines. Tooling for our SD40T-2 tunnel motor is progressing. We have a few more detail tools to cut and handrail tools, and these guys then should be going to production a little bit later this year. And then also on display are pre-production samples of the 4785 covered hopper. We've got right now finished the early end cages, the intermediate, and the cotton belt cars with the 3-hatch roof. Tooling is almost complete for the late model, which the Penn Central had, and Conrail and Norfolk Southern. So those guys should all be pretty much finished tooling within the next 2 or 3 weeks. weeks, and hopefully we'll go into production with those early spring and have them here by summer.
Hi guys, this is Matt from ESU and welcome to Springfield 2018. We've got a couple new products this year we want to talk about. First one, and the most important one to us right now, is the new cab control DCC system. This is a Wi-Fi DCC system using our old Wi-Fi cab or mobile control 2 throttles. So this is what we've had on the market before, but we've upgraded a little bit, making it more North American. There's a lot of new pictures in here, icons that are from North American models, about 250 of them in fact. We have the new ICU that comes along with it. So this is basically the whole system now. This runs for $500 list price, or $499 to keep it simple. We are oversold by these things right now because they're selling so great. So there's a huge demand for it. So if you can find them at your dealer, I know Trainworld's got them for sure. So you know, as soon as we get more back in stock, you're going to be able to get them through them for sure. We're looking maybe mid-February, late March, we'll have the second batch in. We'll get lots of them this time for sure, so we'll have more in stock. Again, this is a Wi-Fi device. Unlike a lot of the conventional analog throttles, it looks like it's modern day. It's not a 1980s cordless phone. It doesn't have the, all analog monotone colors. We got a full color touchscreen. You can put a picture of the locomotive that you're running in here. You can get up to your higher function buttons by just swiping, just like you do on your phone. So if you got a cell phone, you got the ability to use this. Plus, you have a knob that you can have a tactile feel of what's going on. You don't have to quite worry about, oh, am I pressing the wrong button or whatever. You got 4 side buttons that are programmable to be anything that you want. Any function button, you can go up and down with it, you can switch directions with it, so you have a lot of ability with this. It gives you the ability to run 16,000 locomotives. So if you've got that many locomotives, I want to come to your layout and run trains with it. So, all the lights in the neighborhood are going to go dim to run all the power, but we can do it. We still have our good E-Coast command station. This is our bigger system. This is more of a stationary system. It can be used with the mobile control 2 throttles. This one, you have a full color touchscreen on it. You can put your layout on here and be able to see and throw all the switches with a track diagram. You do a little bit more with this, but overall, if you're a starting system up to a good size medium layout, the cab control is a great alternative, and it gets you into the ESU way of doing things. We're big into Railcom Plus with this system. So when I put one of the new engines on the track from Athearn, maybe one of these FVFs, these just hit the market. I think they're sold out at Athearn, so if you can find them, go ahead and get them now. If you can't find them with sound anymore, we do have a 21-pin decoder that can go right into it with all the function buttons already set up for your lighting. You don't have to change any CVs to get the proper sound. This was recorded from the FVF on the UP about the middle of last year. So these are brand new recordings, great whistles in there, accurate from the 844. Very quillable, all the accurate sounds from the engine. No CV setup, none of that to worry about. Lighting will all work out of the box by just simply plugging in the 21-pin decoder. Because it's got a 21-pin ESU decoder in it though, it's got Railcom Plus. So when I put this engine on the track with the new cab control system or the E-Coast, it's going to self-register. It's going to pull in all the icons that you see on the screen. It'll identify as to what it is. You can put a name in the system, not just the engine number, so you know for sure what it is without entering any information into the system manually. And you'll be able to run instantly, right away. We have the new SDP40F sounds with that good SL4T horn in it, and again, we've done the same thing with these files. We set them up for all of the 8 function buttons, or I'm sorry, the 8 lighting buttons that can be inside these motherboards. We actually worked with Athearn to create these motherboards, so it's easy for us to set up the function mapping in the decoder, or we simply just plug it in and away you go. We got our new N-scale decoders. These are drop-in decoders for Atlas and Intermountain. They'll work with the Katos and others in N-scale, but they're designed for these engines because we're working with them at the factory to install them over the counter. We got the new L decoders and all kinds of new sound files. We're up to almost 100 new sound files for the Select with the full throttle features in them. So, and there's more to go. There's a lot more recorded that we'll be working on all summer. So that's kind of all the new stuff at the show, and you know there's some hidden things that'll be coming soon. So keep an eye out at Trainworld. They'll certainly be available there.
My name's Adam Tager. I'm with MRC, Vice President of Product Development, and today we're going to talk about some of the new stuff that MRC has with Model Power. We came out with a lot of new built-ups. If you recall last year, we had a lot of new kits, which I also have over here. So we're featuring some of the built-ups, depending on the modeler. We offer both the kit and the built-up in the same product. Some people don't have the time or the experience to build a kit, so they want something quick and fast, so we do it for them. Reasonably priced, better than the competition. Has LED lighting. So one of the really, really cool ones that I like is the large gas oil tank, storage tank. We also offer it in a kit form, and we have about 5 different decal sets with it, so you can actually change it up and customize it more. And as you can see, nice selection here. Another favorite of mine is a 3-in-1 HO kit for a gas station, gas auto supply, and car wash. We also offer this in a built-up, so you would get 3 buildings in one. Great value. Some of the other new stuff we have. Early in, actually it was middle of 2017, we got in the rest of our Moguls and Americans with DCC and sound. We probably are the only people offering Steam at this size with DCC and sound. A lot of times in N-Gage, you have to make bigger engines to get DCC and sound. So it's a really good value. These engines from the original run had a major overhaul. We now have axle pin pickup in the tender, front and rear knuckle couplers, LED lighting, and improved driver wiper pickups. So really proud of that. They run real well, and of course DCC and sound. Another major upgrade from its first run was the FD7. And as we know, this is an all-metal locomotive, but we've added some more paint, front and rear knuckle couplers, also DCC and sound with LED lighting, something that didn't feature prior. So we're pretty proud of this. The retail MSRP on this is $149. So at that value, for DCC and sound equipped engine, that's pretty good. I know on the market, such as Trainworld, you can find it for a better value. But it's a very good product, and they're starting to arrive soon. So that's what we have new for Model Power and Mantua. We're going to be introducing and bringing in the Mikado. It's not in yet, but that will be coming later in the year. So also with some upgrades. All right, so now we're at the DCC section for MRC. This is our bread and butter here. So we pride ourselves on having one of the most simple systems out there. Easy to use, easy to get into DCC. And the system to start with for beginners, Express DCC, very value priced. The mid-range is the Advanced Squared, and the top end is Elite for the very big, large layouts. All of them are capable of using our new Prodigy Wi-Fi. It's been on the market about a year. Very, very successful. Very easy to use. It's plug and play. You can get up to 8 smart devices with this, and it has the ability to store rosters, custom function labels, and throw switches and accessories. The neat thing about that is anybody joining your network will also see this on their phone automatically or their tablet. Our competition does not offer that feature. The other good thing about Prodigy systems is that they're all scalable. If you were to have bought an Express and you wanted a better handheld, you could simply buy an Elite, plug it into the Express. If you wanted to use your Prodigy Express with the Elite, you can do that as well. So everything's interchangeable, everything's upgradable. So we kind of help on the investment side of things, that as you expand your layout, you can expand your system. And one of the other really neat innovations we have is Light Genie. For those that know, writing the layout can be a pretty tedious process. If you want lighting effects, it's quite difficult. So we came up with a product called Light Genie that has remote control, controls 5 zones, 20 lighting effects each, not only on and off, but different effects and multiple outputs and multiple features. Right now you see a 4-way intersection. You can control that remotely. It'll switch from red to green and everything and simulate one of those. We also have crossbucks. You can change the flash rate. You can brighten it and dim it all remotely with a remote. You can put as many of these on your layout as you want without interference. It's bind and play technology. And if you do have DCC, it will connect to your system and act as a lighting accessory decoder. So I thank you for your time and appreciate you seeing what we have here at MRC, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Hey, it's Rich Foster, and I'm very proud to be on Trainworld TV today. We're at the Big E train show, the biggest train show in the Mid-East or in the East Coast states in Springfield, Massachusetts. I'm here to talk about some of our new offerings for this year. One of the most exciting is the new SD70 ACE that's painted up in the spirit of the Union Pacific 1943 paint scheme. And it's a beautiful engine that honors the branches of our armed forces. So we're offering this in Premier O scale, or Rail King O gauge, and an HO. So it's going to be one of the hottest items we make all year. Go to trainworld.com to order yours now. And as you can see, we're also offering a variety of freight cars that will go with each scale of train, including the HO, to make a nice, beautiful Armed Forces train set. So that's one of the biggest things we've got going at this show. We're also showing off the new HO subways. They're still in stock at Trainworld. You can call them 24/7 or go on their website 24/7. We've also, this is another engine that's sold very well for us that we still have a little bit left on, which is the training of the first responders Jeep 38 that Norfolk Southern uses to train first responders in different cities around the country. Let me see, we've got our brand new Challengers that just came out. If Kenny, if you want to pan over. And it's a beautiful all die-cast so-scale Challenger in our Premier line. It even features a smoking whistle that you can quill using your DCS system. And of course, we're just ready to ship the brand new DCS Explorer. Any of you folks that have bought an MTH 2.0 or 3.0 equipped train over the last 15, 17 years, you can now get into running your trains with your smart device so you now can control at a discounted price up to 3 MTH 2.0 or 3.0 engines with this DCS Explorer. It's very simple to use. I'm a tech idiot. If I can run this, anybody can run it. It's very intuitive. Trust me on that. Kenny knows I'm a tech moron. He'll vouch for me. So go to Trainworld, get all your MTH there. Thanks Trainworld TV for having me on.
All right, so you're at the NCE booth with my new friend, well, my old new friend, Ken Bianco Jr. You go by Junior?
Junior.
Okay. There's Big Ken, Little Ken. All right, so what we're going to talk about now briefly is the new light and illuminator decoders. What we've got here is a very small lighting board, about the size of a fingernail. As you can see, not much here. So what this is a multifunction lighting decoder. It has 4 modes. It has a DC mode, a DCC mode, a DCC locomotive, DCC accessory, and DCC signal mode. The last one is the big deal, DCC signal mode, NMRA compliant DCC signals. All right, very, very cool. You can see how small it is. Because of the size, you can use this in N scale. It's got a lot of different possibilities. You can use it to control signals. You can control, you've got lighting special effects. You can put it in locomotives, buildings, all sorts of stuff. You can control crossing gates, crossing gate lights, things like that. But the most important one, really for me, the most exciting one, is the signal mode. So if you watch the locomotive here, can you pan? All right. So watch the signals as we change. All right. So what we've got here is underneath the board we've got lighted decoders controlling all three of the Tomar signal heads. Alright? So what we've got as far as what the rest of it is concerned is we've got the BD20 block detectors. The small layout here is divided up into 5 detection sections. We've got one dead one on either end. We've got 3 in the middle. So what you've got is you've got the BD20s going to a mini panel. The mini panel is detecting which section is active, and then it's sending the signal commands out to the lighted decoders, which then send it out to the signals. All right? Now there's another way to do this. So if you notice, I didn't talk about an NCE command station or things like that. This is pretty much almost self-contained because you've got the BD20s to the mini panel, to the lighteds, to the signals. Now the other way to do that is to involve a computer and JMRI. So you're familiar with JMRI, it's the Java Model Railroad Interface. It's free shareware. So it's very cool stuff. You can control your entire layout. A lot of people use it to program decoders with, but you can also run your layout with it. And now there's support baked into JMRI to do the signaling system, which is really, really cool. So what you're going to do is, if you're going to involve JMRI, you're going to do complex signal logic. So you're going to go from the BD20 to an AIU. The AIU connects to the NCE cab bus, so then that would go to an NCE command station like a power cab or a PH Pro command station, and then you would involve a PC and JMRI, and then you could control basically your entire layout. But specifically for this purpose, we're talking about the lighteds and the signals. So you can do an entire signaling system, and one of the really cool things about the lighted boards is that it's it's 2 wires to the track, and that's really all it is. This is all DCC. It's just 2 wires to the track, and like I said, it's locomotive mode, accessory mode, and signal mode, and it's got a DC mode. There's literally dozens of applications for these things. You could put them in passenger cars, marker lights in cabooses. One of the other things you can do is that you can put super caps on these things. So if you've got passenger cars that have flicker and you don't want to deal with the flicker, you can put super caps on these things, and this light will stay lit for 30 seconds like it's on a battery. So that is really, really cool. The other thing we have is the illuminator version. For those of you guys who are using plug-and-play stuff, you're familiar with the Woodland Scenics Just Plug stuff. So this is the same board, but it's designed for the Woodland Scenic stuff. So the Woodland Scenics Just Plug stuff plugs right into here, and then that makes it DCC. So right out of the box, the Woodland Scenic stuff is basically just DC with a dimmer and an on and off. That's not a whole lot of fun. It's not a whole lot going on there. So if you add this, you get all DCC, then you get all the DC special lighting effects for all of your Woodland Scenic stuff. It's going to be really amazing. Alright, so that's pretty much it. You got the lighted, you got the illuminator, both of those will do all 4 modes. Ken, any questions?
That's it, and the power cab.
What's that?
Don't forget the power cab.
Oh, well, yeah. So this is the power cab. This is a system in a box, basically. You can't really see it, but what we've got is we've got a small little panel, right? It's just a panel. Hang on. Don't go away. All right. Power cab panel. So the power cap plugs in here on the front, little LED on the front here. Use the flat cable on the left side. Power supply plugs in here. Track power plugs in here. 2 wires to the track. This to the wall transformer. Power cap goes in here, and you're ready to go. 2 wires to the track. Very, very simple to operate, easy to use. Look, it's got like real words on the menu. Look, real words, program on the main, right? Anybody could understand that. But it is very simple to operate. Use program track, very easy stuff. Very easy stuff. All right, that's all for now.
Hi, once again, I'm Bobby from Atlas, and we're up here now in Springfield, Massachusetts at the Amherst Train Show. One of the products actually you saw last week from the Trainworld video was the N multi-level passenger cars, the ALP45DP, and the SE60E. Now, we had talked about last week, new paint schemes for the HO cars. This is the MBTA car from Boston. Get a nice shot of that. Also, the 100 built out. So this is the 100 built out ALP45DP. It's 4534. Get a closer shot of the sticker if you can. And then also, a big display would be the banner cars. So you have NJT's own ads on their cars. Take the train, hands-free, cruise control, and there's a few others I'll show you in a minute. But I don't think the camera will actually get the full view of the ads themselves. The printing on the people's faces and there's the train over here on the side of it is phenomenal. It is so intricate and detailed and not much pixelation of that. It's just amazing how they were able to pad print this onto here. So these are the 2 cars here and the cruise control behind it. And then over here you have the power steering ad as well as the scenic route. And like I can't stress how detailed the printing is on people's faces, the background, the train. It's just amazing how well they can print this. Also, you saw a sign last week if you were watching the video, just the Z-scale track. You get the full view of it now. This is the flex track, the 19-degree Z crossing, and or Z as some people call it, and the number 6 left and right-hand turns. Some neat features that we weren't able to see in person last week. Here they are.
Palomarez from Athearn Trains. We're showing the 1943 and the NS911 off at Amherst this year. We also have some other surprises, but just go over a couple of the details on these locomotives. I have 1943 with, this has been probably the one project that has the most color hits than any of our other projects in the past. It has road-specific detail. We've worked with Union Pacific to actually bring this to a show. So this has been kind of the one that's coming in first. It's coming in March of this year, and then right behind it is NS911. That's coming in July, and this is brand new tooling, and it's really setting the standard for our Genesis line. It has see-through steps. It has new LED lighting, including illuminated number boards front and rear. The ditch lights will flash front and rear, and we're really excited to bring it to the market.
It's just fantastic. And then you compare that stuff to 25, 30 years ago before that.
Also at the Amherst Train Show, we're debuting for the first time as a decorated sample our original Challenger. This is the CSA1, the CSA2, 4664s. The key thing about these original Challengers is they were all different. Every single one of them. They had a different tender instead of the centipede design, as you can see on our Northern. They had a similar centipede design. These have 2 trucks. They're shorter tender. We have also coal as well as oil, and several different pilot variations specific to the railroad and specific to that road number. We also have different smokestacks and LED lighting, and we're really excited to be showing them off here. Another thing that we're showing at Amherst is this new SD40T-2 in RTR. We have a revolutionary truck design, our rear truck design, where we move the gear tower forward on the rear, so open up the space, the see-through space on the tunnel section. We have the old version versus the new as a side-by-side comparison to see how much that dramatically affects the look of the locomotive altogether. We're also moving it to LED lighting, and this is also the first time with Economy Sound by Soundtrax. So we're adding sound, new LED lighting, a host of new details, and also the rear truck. New for N-Scale, we got the N-Scale SD70. Just to show you the size difference between our HO SD70 and now the N-Scale. This is brand new for N-Scale. It's never been done before for the N-Scale. We have a number of different road names for it. We have the Conrail, the Illinois Central, Canadian National, and of course Norfolk Southern as prototypes. But we're also doing a couple freelance too. We're doing Union Pacific and a few others. You can come check out our website. I want to thank you for watching all of our new products at Athearn, and looking forward to seeing you next year.
I'm Dan Garcia here from Rapido Trains at the Amherst show in Springfield, Massachusetts. I'm here with a couple of our upcoming Royal Hudsons in HO scale. We've got, as you can see, one slowly making its way around our display track. We've got two samples here, both very early samples, but both very happy to see. You're not helping, Bill? Happy to see that they're here and running finally. It's been a lot of work, but we think we're just about there, and hopefully before too long we'll have proper painted samples, and we can show everyone off how they look. We've got gear drive on all three main drivers, pickup on all drive wheels and on the tender. 21 pin socket. We're going to be using ESU sound for the sound equipment models. There is also space for a smoke generator if you feel so inclined. And yeah, hoping to have them here before the end of the year.
Hi everybody, we're here live at the train show in Springfield and have a brand new deco sample to show off. This has just arrived from China last week at the office. We wanted to bring it out. It's a very popular locomotive from the 2017 C2 catalog. It's our Milwaukee Road S3, and this is one that we did in a What If Hiawatha scheme. Milwaukee just kept these in the plain black scheme, which is nice and classic in its own right, but we wanted to sort of play around a little bit and think about what it may have looked like had they spent a little bit of time and brought one out to look at their Hiawatha locomotives for those trains. So really excited about the way this one's turning out. The consensus so far is that the catalog photos just don't do it justice. You really have to see it in person to appreciate the color and the detail that goes into it. But a really striking locomotive that will look great with any of your existing Milwaukee Road cars or the new 18-inch heavyweights that were just announced in the 2018 Volume 1 catalog. So these will be in production in a couple of months, and then should be here at your dealers by summer. So call Trainworld, and if you haven't already got one order, get one on pre-order today. Pretty sure they probably still have some left, and we'd be happy to help you out. All right, well, another prototype we want to show you here from the show. This is the pre-production sample for our new 21-inch full-length dome car. This will be appearing in with the Conrail Office Car Special cars, the Station Sounds dome, and then also in the 2018 Volume 1 catalog. We have this decorated for Reading and Northern as well. So this is our first sample from the tooling. Everything looks really good. We've had this in the track run it. We've got new die-cast trucks, all new tooling for the car itself. You know, everyone's number one question is where are all the 21-inch passenger cars? They are starting to arrive now. The first shipments left our warehouse about a week ago and are on their way to Trainworld and other dealers. So if you have them on pre-order, please look for them there. Additional cars will be shipping out over the next couple of weeks. We've got 2 container loads due in the end of this month. So keep your eyes open, and you'll be seeing those here between now and the beginning of March at Trainworld, Trainland, and I'm sure everybody will be very happy to see them. So one of the neat things we have in the 2018 Volume 1 book this year, you see the return of HO scale train sets into the lineup. We've got 4 different passenger trains in there, starting with the Polar Express, of course, another Christmas train, and New York Central and Santa Fe road names for more traditional train names. One of the things we're doing this year is we are doing these as complete sets, and we're developing a new track system, which we are very excited about for the HO market. Really great for setting up around the tree or on your first layout. And what we're doing is a magnetic fast track, Magna-Lock. So all you have to do is bring the 2 pieces together, they snap right in, no rail joiners, no clips to break off or tabs. Real easy to take apart, put back together again. Very flexible system. We're very excited about it. I think it's going to be a real win for first-timers into the hobby. And this will be available, of course, in the sets and also some separate sale track packs, so you can expand on those sets. Another cool thing we're showing here at the show in Springfield, this is just a sneak preview. This will be coming down the road. Probably you'll see announcements about this either later this year or early next year. But we've done our theater car in O scale. We're going to be doing it in HO as well. This will be a more high-end model. The Wi-Fi camera in the back of the car, so you can give yourself the executive's view of your railroad. And these will be coming along, as I said, probably delivery in 2019, but all new tooling, high level of detail, full interior, with the onboard camera and everything as well. So we're very excited about this and the direction that we're heading in the HO world. You'll see more on Trainworld and on Trainworld.com as things come along. The HO sets can be pre-ordered now, and look for future announcements on cars like this and more great things to come.
Hey everybody, this is Dave Olsen from Lionel Engineering here at the Big E Show in Springfield, Massachusetts. We have our Niagara, Vision Line Niagara on display here. It is our new Vision Line engine for 2018. It's in our new Big Book catalog. So we're showing off some of the features today to the public. We have the stack smoke, the whistle smoke, the new pop-off feature, as well as the smoke that is in the tender for simulating the water scoop. So it's been a real fun engine to show off all weekend. People are definitely loving it. This engine also, in terms of features, has the new force coupler feature. So the drawbar from the rear truck of the locomotive will detect how much force is applied to the engine, and that will adjust the sounds for the labor and also the smoke output from the main stack. So we're really excited about that brand new feature, never done before in an engine. This engine also has the pneumatic drawbar between the engine and the locomotive. So you get that nice close coupling on straightaways, and then the engine can negotiate the 054 curves that we've rated it at. So definitely a good engine for medium-sized layouts, all the way up through big layouts. And very great features on this thing. It'll have mounting for KD couplers. It'll have road-specific dialogue and crew talk. The real coal load. We're doing both the single version headlight and the pile headlight. And that detail you can tell in the catalog. So 2 of the road names will have the single version, and then 2 of the black ones will have the double. We're going to be angling the whistle steam so that it actually is closer to the throat of the whistle and will come out at an angle towards the front like the real whistle would. Another great feature of these Vision Line steamers, all the switches are underneath the hatch on the top of the engine, so you don't have to pull it off the track to turn it over to get to your switches or to your volume. And speaking of volume, the other great thing about this engine, like in other Vision Line engines of the past, you have 2 speakers and a sound system in the tender and a sound system with a single speaker up in the boiler. So you get that great stereo sound effect. It makes the whistle really pop in person, and as well as the other sound effects for this locomotive.
New York Central Niagara is one of the greatest steam locomotives ever.
Yes, sir.
Well, is there another model of a Hudson around?
Not here, no.